into attack, and it's just fantastic. That smother that he did early on, who was it on Longmire, where he was caught out of position and he dived to his left and smothered Longmire's snap off the boot, was wonderful play.
We're about to go in the second half. Just repeating that the Tigers have kicked a couple of early goals at the MCG and stretched their lead out over 3 goals, and Geelong doing it comfortably out at Kardinia Park. Now, umpire Van Beek holding the ball aloft, about to bounce, and the second half at Princes Park underway.
That means I'm on, Tim. Centre bounce, and it's a very high one. It's about 17 stories high, and Ironmonger gets there first. Fists the ball up towards centre half forward, but there's no one on the end of it for the moment, although it's picked up there by Elliott of Fitzroy. Kicks up towards centre half forward, but Martin comes out for North and marks at centre half back. Kicks a high ball across to Scholl, and he does pretty well. Scholl takes the mark. Plays on from half-back, kicks around the northern side where Roos punches the ball away from Longmire. Swass is there and knocks the ball out towards opposite number Dundas, who's claimed. Knocks the ball out of the pack. A Fitzroy player gets a crew tackle from Fairley, and it was unfair. Osmond's got the free kick wide of centre. Looking for players to run off with a handball, but there's no one there. Fitzroy by 3 points. Osmond goes short to Broderick, almost on the point of the square. Left foot kick, it's going to land about 20 metres out from goal. Ironmonger one grab off the pack. The ball has been run through, and it's been kicked through by Cormac. Early goal by Fitzroy. They lead by 9 points early in this third term at Princes Park. Fitzroy 15-9-99, North Melbourne 14-6-90.
And we might go to all grounds, I think, just to check the situation early in the second half. David, any change at Waverley?
No change. Still a 13-point lead to Carlton after 2 minutes of play. Carlton 7-6-48, lead Essendon 5-5-35. Clelo.
11 minutes into the third quarter, Richmond by 15. They are 9-5-59 to Footscray 6-8-44. Skeeter.
Been playing 10 minutes at Kardinia Park. Geelong by 35 points, 11-8-74. Sydney 6-3-39.
And a Fitzroy free kick from the centre bounce, so it's the Lions with the early momentum. A goal in the first couple of minutes. Ironmonger kicks towards Stevens at half forward. Fairley makes the spoil. At the fall is Elliott. Under pressure, though, is the blonde-headed, lightly built defender and attacker in this half. Picked up by Fairley, who tunnels a kick out, tried to tunnel it out to the boundary line, lifted it slightly and it's gone out, or did it go off someone's boot crackers?
Michael Gallagher's gone. He'd come out after half-time, seized up in a corky and in a lot of trouble.
Wine takes the free, kicks to the half-forward flank for Fitzroy. Off the pack, Scholl over the ball, but he's under pressure. Grabbed by Stevens, his kick smothered. Osborne in there for Fitzroy, but he's beaten for it by McKay, who works his way clear, kicks towards the wing, a little untidily though, and just beyond the wing it bounces over the line and will be thrown in between wing and North Melbourne's half-forward flank. The Roy's 15-9, the Lions 14-6. We've played just under 3 minutes.
The boundary throw-in, Ironmonger front position over Fairley. They lock arms. Ironmonger knocks it down. Larkin is there but can't get a possession. Steele knocks it out to Rock. Rock picks it up and kicks in towards the half-forward line. West Ross is marked. About 65 out from goal. Left half-forward flank to the main scoreboard end here at Princes Park. On the northern side, a pleading lead from someone. It was Longmire. The kick by Swass in towards the forward pocket. Up goes McCarthy. Crumbs from Rock this way, that away in the forward pocket. Goes to ground. Grabbed by Lynch. Loses the ball. Picked up by Wine. Hand pass to Paxman. Kicks up towards centre half back. And a juggling mark has been taken by Darren Steele. 55 metres out from goal. Almost dead centre. Now, Steele says, I'll kick it long. Well, he's got Allison. McCarthy leads. No, he doesn't kick it long. He's going to McCarthy, but chipping in his capital to take the defensive mark. Handball to Roos, and Fitzroy worked the ball easily out of their defensive area.
Roos kicks long to midfield. Off the pack taken by McKay of North Melbourne. He kicks a wobbler off the outside of the boot. It beats about 3 or 4 of them. Rock has it in his possession. Shocking hand pass straight to Kapler, who gives it off to Blakey, who's been excellent. He has a couple of bounces after dummying a hand pass. He kicks low and beautifully into half forward to Lyon, who marks at the 50 for Fitzroy. Wheeldon lurking up in the sticks. Lyon goes long. Mightn't be quite long enough. It might be. It hit the post. As Wheeldon did a mighty job to shepherd Martin away from the ball, but the ball not quite finding its way through, hitting the base of the post. It's a behind. Fitzroy 15-10, North 14-6, 100 plays 90.
Kick in by Brayshaw now. Crocker's led out wide. He's pleading for it, but he's not going there. He's going short to McKay. When I say short, it was his second option. McKay outside 50 marks, kicks the ball out towards the wing. Rocker lofts it and left it behind. Picked up there by Blakey. Handball across to Winders, who was slung. Good work, Blakey. Wines kick up towards half forward. Was been marked by Cormac. Gives the handball to Dundas. Good smother by Larkin. Good harassment by Wine to go in and bottle a ball up. And there will be a ball up just near the centre square. About 65 out from Fitzroy's goal. Fitzroy 15-10-100. They're 10 points up on North. 14-6-100. There's the ball up. Knocked down. Well, hard to tell that one, Jack. I wouldn't give it to John or Ian Fairley. And there'll be another ball up as umpire Dennis Rich comes in. A tick over 5 minutes in the third term here at Princes Park. In fine conditions. The ground pretty heavy on that southern side. Little breeze blowing. Fitzroy 15-10, North 14-6.
Ironmonger gets a nudge away from Fairley, picked up by Broderick. Hand pass to Cormac, who's kicked the one goal in this quarter. He unloads with the left boot and he's kicked another one. And this game continues on this familiar pattern with Fitzroy kicking away. And perhaps after a couple more goals, we'll expect North to start edging back. The Roys by 16 points, 16-10-106. The Kangaroos 14-6-90, 6 minutes third term. All grounds, David McKay at Waverley.
Carlton by 7 points after 6 minutes. Carlton 7-6-48, lead Essendon 6-5-41. Clelo.
We're 15 minutes into the third quarter. Richmond are 10-5-65. Footscray are 6-8-44. Skeeter.
We're playing 14 minutes. Geelong by 32 points, 11-8-74. Sydney 6-6-42.
From the centre bounce, it's Larkin first possession for North Melbourne, but cut off and marked by Roos at centre half-back on the 50-metre line for Fitzroy. Handball to Blakey, who runs past. Gains good meterage too. Long kick by Blakey up towards Cormac, who left it, and he maybe should have gone for that because Brayshaw of North Melbourne has marked on the half-back line. Kicks the ball to Scholl on half-back flank. In fact, runs past us here on the northern wing, looking for Allison, who goes up and tries to take the mark on the chest and misses it. Picked up by Roos. Quick hand pass to Wind. Gets out of a Scholl tackle. Hand pass for Wind back to Roos from the wing. High ball in towards centre half forward. Defence there as Brayshaw got a finger in the eye. Picked up by Dundas. It might have been touched. No, it's out on the full. As Dundas kicked it right across the half-back line. And the free kick will be taken by Chandler or McGrath. Just on for North Melbourne, the ginger-headed boy. That's Bluey McGrath's boy, isn't it? This everyone keeps telling me. On the half-back flank in front of the Social Club. 50 metres out from the goal he's defending. McGrath's kick up towards the wing.
Going for Fairley. Ironmonger there with the spoil, and the man of stone does it. Brings it down to Wind, who kicks up to half forward, where it does an off-break to stay in play, or a leg break it was. But eventually it's over, as running hard at the ball was Harding, couldn't keep it in. Now throw in, half forward flank for the Lions. Ironmonger gets the knock, brings it down to the back, but no Rovers there for him. Schwass takes it for North. Hand pass to Chandler. Kicks high up towards the wing. Longmire front position against Roos. Cleverly knocks the ball on. Opens the door for German, who knocks it further. Allison runs onto it. Hand pass to Larkin. Works it into Romero. Under a bit of pressure. Sidesteps one. Hand pass back to Larkin. 45 out. Goes for home and has just missed. Kangaroos needed that. They still trail by 15 points. Fitzroy 16-10-106. North 14-7-91. 8.25 minutes third term.
Kick in by Lynch beneath the scoreboard here at the Princes Park, marked by Baldwin, who kicks it out towards the wing. On the bounce it goes to Stevens. And he handball further down the field to give himself a bit of a break on McGrath, but the ball went over and there'll be a boundary throw in on that southern wing. Fitzroy 16-10, North Melbourne 14-7 on 3-0's match of the day. We might even have the close one as well, as the ball is knocked down by Ironmonger to Romero. At some stage later on it might be the close one. The kick by Romero is marked by Kapler. Half-back flank on the southern side. Fitzroy kicking to the Robert Heatley stand end. Around the wing it goes. Up goes Stevens. Spoil from McGrath. And also Broderick is there with Steele. The ball wins and there'll be a boundary throw in. A tick over 9 minutes in the third term, and it's Fitzroy 106, North Melbourne 91.
Ironmonger and Fairley. Ironmonger a little nudge down to Elliott, who from the heavy going kicks up towards half forward. Harding a good little nudge and then runs onto a hand pass from Cormac. 45 from goal, which is unguarded. He goes for it, but sprays it out to the right pocket and it bounces over the line to be thrown in. And as they did early in the first quarter at the Heatley stand end, Fitzroy doing all the attacking. North not really looking like it, and at the moment 15 points down. Knock to Brayshaw, over to the back of the pack, a bit dangerous. Dundas, a hand pass to Wind, his kick smothered. He dives in after the ball though, and then lets it out to Harding. Hand pass to Stevens, snap at goal, falls into the pocket. Wheeldon, splendid mark. Martin saying it was out on the full. He's turning on one of his tantrums. A short pass by Wheeldon finds Wind. 15 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Bad football by Martin then. He was carrying on with the umpire. He should have been watching his player. His player just turned around and said, "Here, Jimmy, we'll have a kick. You can kick a goal if you like."
Why carry on with the field umpire? I thought the boundary and goal would have been the two in question too, Crackers.
Yep.
Wind to kick from 20, maybe 25. Not much of an angle, and he has put it through. And the Roys are getting away to a very handy lead again. 17-10, 112. North Melbourne 14-7, 91. We've played 10.5 minutes, and you keep mentioning the orange juice. Stan, I don't know how you're feeling after your taste of it during the week, but it was noticeable that the Crows really fell away in the last quarter last night.
Yes, well, that's right. But I'd be a bit more inclined to give credit to Fitzroy at this stage. I think they're making the play. I mean, Jimmy Wind, again, another one of those games, just getting in out of the pack, doing the hard work. I just would give credit to Fitzroy.
From the centre bounce, knocked down by Ironmonger. The first possession goes to Chandler. North Melbourne go forward towards half forward. Longmire knocks it down to Ramiro. Hand pass to German. Late tackle by Kepler's a beauty. It stopped the German in his tracks, but German gets a hand pass while on the ground out to Ramiro towards Longmire. Lynch applies the tackle. Handball goes to Roos, and Roos works the ball away for Fitzroy. Out towards the southern wing where Stevens takes the mark in front of McGrath. Answering every challenge. The Roos playing catch-up footy. The kick by Stevens, and the mark has been taken there by Cormac. Hand pass to Dundas. Pumps the hand pass to Stevens. Stevens a hand pass back towards who was it? It's Blakey, and Blakey kicks it towards centre half forward. Marked there by Martin. Plays on quickly. Kicks the ball out towards the wing. Larkin there with Broderick. Larkin's got the front position. Larkin paddling the ball. Broderick dwelling on him. Gets the ball out towards Steele, but the ball comes out of the pack. Stevens goes to ground. Steele knocks the ball along the ground. Picked up there by Elliott. Gets the hand pass out to Broderick. On half forward, about 65 out. Kicks towards centre half forward. Rock punches the ball away. Kick off the ground there by Ross Smith. It comes down towards German, who had it spent. Claimed and pushed in the back by Ironmonger. German's free kick on the southern wing. Fitzroy 17-10, North Melbourne 14-7.
German gets a call from Fairley and delivers well between wing and half forward flank. He gets around Ironmonger, which probably isn't all that hard, although it is a long distance. But his kick is marked by Roos at centre half back for Fitzroy. And he's playing a special today. He kicks into midfield, where his target is Lyon. Leads Crocker under the ball. Doubles back and gets onto it first. Does very well to get himself clear on the left boot. Goes for Harding, who takes a screamer. Running with the flight of the ball and leaping into an opponent. Took a great mark, seemed to throw it out. It wasn't very wise anyway. Blakey, the target, has been tackled. Brought down. A ball up will ensue. Just forward of the centre for Fitzroy. Wasting possession then. 13 minutes gone in this quarter. The Lions have kicked 3. North haven't added to their half-time goal tally of 14. And the difference is out to 21 points. At the bounce, Ironmonger outmanoeuvres Fairley with sheer bulk. He gets a hand pass or knocks it straight to Chandler, who's tackled. Pack forms. High tackle. Fitzroy free. Didn't see it, but it goes to Dundas at the 50, or just outside when he takes his kick. He goes short to Stevens. Can't get there to mark it. On the bounce, short kick towards Osborne, who's on his own. Out in the pocket, danger here, North. Thinks about the check side, thinks about the left footer. Snaps across the face, straight into the arms of Rock,
who clears out wide towards the half-back line, and Scholl. Scholl picks up the ball off his bootlaces. From half-back, kicks around the northern wing, up towards Longmire. Paxman North collides there with Roos. The ball spills behind the Longmire. He's 60 metres out, has a bounce. He's on 50. Good assist, Schwartz. Longmire goes long and kicks a goal. Right through the middle for North Melbourne. That's his first. 85 for the season. We've played 14 minutes in the third term. We'll check all the other scores now. Fitzroy 17-10, 1-1-2 North Melbourne, 15-7, 97. David McKay at Waverley.
Carlton by 12 points at the 14-minute mark. Carlton 8-6-54. Lead Essendon 6-6-42. Clelo.
Richmond by 22 at the 24-minute mark in the third quarter. Richmond are 11-6-72. The Footscray 7-8-50. Skeeter.
Geelong by 33 points. We've been playing 21 minutes. It's 12-9-81. Sydney 7-6-48. Williams reported for striking Bruns.
Thank you, Skeet. Big news down there. Umpire Rich bounces the ball. North back in town. Ironmonger gets it down to Kepler. Kicks to half forward, and Cormac takes a terrific mark, lunging at full stretch and picking it up low down. Now he kicked Fitzroy's first 2 of this quarter. 6 possessions for the term. The distance might just be beyond him here as he kicks from 50. The drop punt is on its way. It's going to drop in the square, and it's fisted through by the North Melbourne defence for a behind. The Roys are 17-11, 113. The Kangaroos are 15-7, 97. The difference is 16 points.
A slight delay here. Skeet, back to you. Was Bruns tagging Williams in the match?
No, that's been done by Stephen Hocking. No, just that the ball was kicked. Bruns kicked it down the centre of the ground. Williams arrived late, poked him in the jaw, and Bruns certainly put on a big act to make sure the umpire saw it, and he saw it and then reported Williams.
Thanks, Clelo. Thanks, Skeet. Kicked in by German. Crocker takes the mark, kicks up towards half forward for North. It's outside 50. Little sock off the ground by Ramiro. Is not a good one because it ends up with Roos. And Blakey's hand pass to Roos. How did he trap that on the bounce? I'll never know. And the mark is taken there by Cormac. 52 metres out. All Fitzroy players all over the place. Kepler and Osborne, and also further down the ground was number 49 Harding. And the short pass has been intercepted by Kepler. He'll kick from about 47 out to the Heatley stand end
with that left boot.
And very little breeze, if any at all, to contend with. He drop punts on its way. It won't make it, I don't think, and Martin fists the ball, comes off his fist and through for a behind. Kicked by Darren Kepler. 1 goal, 1 his tally. We are 16.5 minutes in the third term. Fitzroy 17-12, 1-1-4. North 15-7, 97. The Roy boys, as the sign says down there, on the southern wing by 17 points.
And they really deserve that lead. They're having much the better of this quarter. Smith puts it into play. Crocker can't mark it. Wins the ball, though. Hand pass to Brayshaw, who puts a hand pass out in front of Steele, up near the southern wing. Lyon into contest. Steele out bustles him. He's well tackled, though, by Kepler. Ball loose. Picked up by Larkin, who has to go backwards under pressure. To Chandler, who, from a standing start, kicks in towards Carey. The very quiet Carey. Can't mark. Won by Blakey. Good work. Hand pass to Broderick. Can't shrug the tackle. Loses the ball. Picked up by Rock. Kick to Allison, who takes the mark. 65 out on the half-forward flank. Wind will get 50 if he's not careful. The umpire calls play on. Longmire on the lead. Lynch just manages to spoil. It falls to Fairley. Osborne in for a good tackle, though. Fairley's kick spills out to the pocket. First there, Baldwin. Romero in pursuit. Baldwin takes it out to the boundary line and over for a throw-in. 45 metres around from the North Melbourne goal.
A tick under 18 minutes in the third quarter. The boundary throw in, 35 out from North's goal. Ironmonger knocks the ball down towards the front of the pack. And let's see, it's Schwass there. The ball comes out towards Kepler. It rebounds to German, who kicks it towards the goal square. Up goes McCarthy, can't mark. And let's see, there'll be a ball up. There will be in that left forward pocket at the Lygon Street end, only about 15 metres out. In fact, he won't ball it up, umpire Rich. Throws it up, fairly knocks it to the side. And McCormack, and I think a couple of North Melbourne players deeming that McCormack helped it on and let it go over for a boundary throw-in. Well, there will be a boundary throw-in. It wasn't deliberate, according to the umpire. Fairly knocks it down. Hovering over the ball is Lynch. Larkin applies the tackle. Lynch knocks the ball further away from goal. It wasn't Lynch. I can see him back in the goal square, and it's about 35 to 40 metres out. The boundary throw in again. The ball knocked down by Ironmonger, who's going to emerge. Wind is there. Fist the ball towards the boundary. Overrunning the ball is Rock. Kick off the ground by German. Back in towards centre half forward. Larkin knocks the ball out. Grabbed by Ironmonger. Wind or Wind goes in. Gets the foot pass, which doesn't travel far to Dundas. Dundas gives it up the ground to Kepler. Kick off the ground by Osborne. And it's out of bounds. Pretty untidy stuff. in what has been a very free-flowing game, but this is a pretty poor last couple of minutes. The boundary throw in again. The 2 sixes and fairly wins. McCormack runs into the pack and he's claimed, but there'll be a ball up by umpire Rich, 50 out from North Melbourne's goal. Time to change commentary, I think, Tim. Fitzroy 114, North 97.
Fairley climbs over Ironmonger, gets a knock, but doesn't get it clear of the pack. Schwass falls over the ball, and umpire Dennis Rich has to come in and ball it up again. I think his previous call for a ball up was a little premature, and North were hard done by. There was a firm tackle, but the ball had come loose, and I don't think the umpire realised. At the throw-up, Fairley and Ironmonger. Ironmonger gets the knock again. It doesn't come clear of the pack, and we might see another one. Romero gets a boot onto it. About 5 metres to Schwass, who runs very hard to try and get clear onto the left boot. He kicks towards goal, and it's just knocked away from Fairley at the last moment, rather from Carey, and through for a behind. North 15-8, 98. Fitzroy 17-12, 114 at the 20-minute mark.
Now the kick in by Lynch has found McCormack, who gives it across to Baldwin outside 50. Baldwin's hefty kick up towards Stevens, uses his body well on Brayshaw, but the ball has been punched away by Crocker, and there'll be a boundary throw in. Now we'll check the other scores in just a moment here from Princes Park. Fitzroy 17-12, North Melbourne 15-8. There's not much in a couple of the other games, particularly at Waverley. Boundary throw in, Larkin hand pass, taken by German, slung off his kick. The ball goes to Larkin, hand pass to Rock, kicks the ball up towards half forward, and McCarthy eventually takes one. A big knee bandage on his right knee, kicks the ball in towards centre half forward to Longmire, who brushes Lynch away. And he gains valuable meterage, and Longmire is marked about 45 metres out directly in front. Fitzroy by 16 points after having led by 21 at quarter time and by 3 at half, and now lead by 16 points. But Longmire with 1 goal today to cut it back to just a goal and a half. The kick by Longmire, I don't think it's going to be a goal. It's a behind. North Melbourne 15-9, 99. Fitzroy 17-12, 114. David McKay at Waverley.
6-point lead to the Blues at the 22-minute mark. Carlton 8-7, 55. Lead Essendon 7-7, 49.
Clelo. Three-quarter time here at the MCG, and Richmond are 11-8, 74 to Footscray 7-9, 51. Skeeter.
There's the siren for three-quarter time at Kardinia Park, with Geelong leading by 26 points, 13-9, 87. Sydney 9-7, 61.
Fitzroy into attack here. Osborne on the run, has a shot and hits the post. Oh, that would have been handy. Fitzroy rebounding out of after 7 or 8 minutes of torrid defence and very nearly getting a goal. 17-13, 115. North 15-9, 99. The margin 16 points Fitzroy's way, as Martin puts the ball back into play and finds Fairley in front of the Gardner stand on the half-back flank. Gets a call from Schwass. Oh, I don't know whether it's too well placed. Romero arrives late, almost marks it, but Lyon takes the spillage. A hand pass to Roos, as steady as he has been all day. Kicks poorly, though, in towards half-forward. Stevens onto it, has it kicked away from him by Scholl, by Brayshaw rather. Ball loose, there's a fight going on just away from the ball, not very far away. Picked up by Steele. Hand pass to McRae under pressure. Good acceleration. A left footer to the wing. Finds Schwass in the clear, wind bearing down. Schwass kicks towards Longmire's lead. Can't quite hold the Dunstalian mark. He's tackled, he's penalised for holding the ball. And the free kick goes to Baldwin, just inside the defensive 50 for Fitzroy.
Handballs across the half-back line to Roos. Touches the ball on the ground, then looks for Blakey. Rock will come late. Blakey, good mark in front of Rock, has been marked, has been paid the mark. Fitzroy 17-13, North Melbourne 15-9, the Roys by 16 points. Blakey's hand pass to Baldwin, who leaves the ball behind, but tidied up and mopped up by Roos. Late tackle from Allison. Roos kicked not a particularly good one, but it goes to Dundas. Handball on to Kepler, 55 metres out. Oh, a hospital hand pass to Dundas, who might have hurt himself. He has hurt himself at centre half forward. He's writhing in pain. The ball cleared away by Scholl up towards the wing position, where Scholl runs away from his opponent in Osborne, kicks the ball in towards half forward, where it's marked by McCarthy. Dundas in trouble. The kick by McCarthy in towards Longmire. Good spoil from Lynch. Crummers required, but they're not there for North Melbourne. Picked up by McCormack. Kicks the ball up towards centre half back, but Steele is marked on the attacking side of the centre for North Melbourne. Swash is short. The foot pass is not a good one, but it does find Swash playing cat and mouse with his opponent in McCormack. The ball hand pass to German, goes long in towards goal. It's offline and through for a behind. 15 points the difference. Fitzroy 17-13, North Melbourne 15-10. Tim, what's happening with Matthew Dundas?
Coming off, being carried off. It's lower leg. I don't think it's not knee, but he's in a lot of pain. One hopes it's not a bone in the lower part of the leg. Now the ball put back into play by Lynch, straight down the middle. Target, there isn't one really. Squash finishes up with the ball. He plays on, David Murphy-like. Inside 50, goes for home and just misses. And it really did deserve better. It was a magnificent bit of play. Flew with the big men. As it came off their hands, he was the one balanced as he landed, came away with the ball and very nearly kicked a goal on the run. The margin 14 points. Fitzroy 115, North 111. We're in time on. This will be a short quarter.
Kick in by Lynch is marked by Paxman on half-back flank. I thought he was shaping to a handball to Elliott going past. Umpire Rich says no, go back on the mark. And German's on the mark. Paxman, a high kick around the wing on our broadcast on northern side. Caven just on for Dundas, has taken the mark on the wing for Fitzroy. Beyond 25 minutes in the term, the kick by Caven down towards Stevens. He can't mark. The ball comes down towards Lyon of Fitzroy. Hand pass out wide towards Cormack. Cormack runs around Larkin. Lines up from 35 metres out. It won't be a goal. Too much carry for Weldon, who doubled back trying to mark, and through for behind to Fitzroy. Score check. North Melbourne 15-11, 101. Fitzroy 17-14, 116. And it's the Roy boys by 2.5 goals, about a minute or two off three-quarter time.
Joe Cormack, 2 goals, 4. He's kicked Fitzroy's 2 of their 3 in this quarter. Thumping long kick back into players, marked by McCarthy in the centre circle. That was Smith who kicked it. Hand pass to Steele, 1 to German, inside 50. Goes to Allison, goal number 6. Stops in his tracks, gets around 1 and misses. Oh, that was a gift. And he missed it. And the Kangaroos need it because they're finding them hard to come by. They're 15-12, 102. The Roy boys are 17-14, 116. It's getting desperate.
And the kick in by Lynch has gone past Kepler. That was the target. Roos there with McCarthy. McCarthy with 2 to beat. He knocks the ball out wide towards Brayshaw. Weight of numbers with Kepler comes in, although Steele comes in to even up the numbers 2-on-2. It's out towards the boundary. And a player, no, it's over, and there'll be a boundary throw in. Now let's go to Waverley only and David McKay.
6-point lead to the Blues at the 27-minute mark. Carlton 9-7-61 lead. Essendon 8-7-55. Clelo.
From the boundary throw in, knocked down by Swash towards Steele. Kicks up towards 50, but Kepler has marked at half-back flank for Fitzroy, who lead by 14 points, 17-14 to 15-12. Kepler over the top to Elliott. Elliott now from half-back flank, skirting that centre square line, up towards half-forward. In goes Rock, who's been a very good player. Hand passes to Martin, wide of centre. Martin's foot pass, a beauty to German. German chips the ball down towards Carey. Open space here, draws Lynch. Will he go with a hand pass to Longmire? No, they come in. He's been pulled off the ball. He picks it up again, goes into towards goal and puts it through. A goal to North Melbourne, kicked by Wayne Carey. That's his 3rd. And I thought he did too much and didn't go for the first or second option. The ball was smothered. When I say smothered, he was grabbed as he went to kick the ball, and he was outnumbered 2-1, but picked it up, had a ping with his left boot, and has popped it through. 8 points the difference. Fitzroy 17-14, North Melbourne 16-12.
I think you called that correctly, Smooth. He should have given 2 or 3 first options off then, really. But that was one North, one of those. Missed a number of sitters, but the game is really grinding back now. It is a real contest at the moment.
3 goals to 2 in this quarter. We've played 28 minutes. Cormack wins the hard ball out of the centre and kicks to McCormack, who takes the mark. He plays on. He was only 35 out, and he puts it out on the full. Crackers, have you got any comment to make on that?
Shoot him.
Fair enough.
David McKay, another goal to Carlton out at Waverley.
Yes, back to a 12-point lead, Peter, at the 28-minute mark. Carlton 10-7-67, leading Essendon 8-7-55.
Back here at Princess Park, the ball in Fitzroy's 50, picked up by Larkin. Hand pass, doesn't find it marked. Oh, luckily for Fitzroy, for as Elliott was running to an open goal. Luckily for North, Larkin got a push and the free kick. Now he gives a hand pass right across into the goal square to Smith, who kicks out wide looking for Scholl. Scholl does well, leaves Osman in his wake by about 10 metres, runs up just wide of the centre, kicks in towards Allison, and Allison bursting out of the forward line is marked about 60 metres out from goal. Longmire 1-on-1, he's got the front posse on Lynch and takes the mark. 45 metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle, maybe a little better than that. It was a good lead because he led well. Lynch was about a metre behind him, and Paxman was coming in from the side to try and punch and deflect. But Longmire is marked. Drop punch for goal. It won't be a goal. It's a soft kick into the forward pocket, and a mark to Ironmonger, no. Off the pack it goes to McCarthy. Handball to German. German has a shot, but it goes into the pack. Picked up by Kapler. As the siren goes for three-quarter time, and as Stan Alves will probably say in a couple of minutes, this match is still very much up for grabs. Fitzroy 17-14, 116 to North Melbourne 16-12, 108 at three-quarter time. Just the major goal kickers. For Fitzroy, Wildens kicked 3 and 2 each to Cormac, Baldwin and Stevens. And for North Melbourne, Ellison 5, Carey 3 and 2 goals to Peter German. At three-quarter time at Princes Park, it is Fitzroy by 8 points, 17-14, 116 to North Melbourne, 16-12, 108. This coverage of Australian football coming to you on 3LO network stations out of Melbourne. We'll take news headlines in just a moment. But
of what's happening in this game is that the number of times in the last few minutes both sides missed easy shots. It's just the pressure of this game. 8-point lead. Oh gee, I'm not brave enough to pick it. I went for North at half-time, but I think Fitzroy have done enough to earn even money bet at this stage.
I go along with that for sure, because the class little blokes of North, the Swass, the Rocks, the Larkins of this world, but they haven't got a ruckman. Ian Fairley can't keep on jumping against a big horse, and it'll go right to the wire. I'm going to fancy North because they're probably a quality side, but Fitzroy, they've got a sniff, and they are bad people when they get a sniff of victory.
Only 17 free kicks in the match. 9 Fitzroy, North Melbourne 8. Roos 24 possessions, Kapler 20, Dundas 18, who's off the ground, Blakey and Stevens 17, and for North Melbourne, German 20, Rock 18, and 17 each to Larkin, Ramiro, and 14 to Allison.
Dundas is back, so that injury wasn't too serious. He's up in the forward pocket. Looked like Caven and Claby off at the start. There's the bounce of the ball. Final term underway. North battling to make its place in the sixth safe, but Fitzroy win it out of the centre through Blakey. Blazes away over half forward. McCormack in front, brings it to ground. Wheeldon might try and kick off the ground. He doesn't. He doesn't get it free. McCormack's got it. Kicks with the left, loses his boot. The ball goes out of bounds. Where did the boot go, Crackers?
Just next to it.
There'll be a throw in. No, he put it out on the full. The boot didn't go out on the full. That bounced just inside. A free kick to Steele.
Actually, it's Chandler Tim from the back pocket, kicks up towards Crocker. The spoil from Lyon comes down towards Rock. Rock's on 50, he's defending. High kick up towards the wing position there, our broadcast commentary point. And it's Fairley out marking number 6, Ironmonger. The 2-6 is going up there. Ian Fairley of North Melbourne kicks the ball really to no one, and Elliott running with the flight takes quite a good mark on the half-back line for Fitzroy. Delivers a hand pass to Broderick. He in turn with hand goes to Roos. From the point of the square at half-back, goes up towards centre-half forward, but the mark has been taken there by Stevens. Hand pass on to Osborne. Hurried hand pass back to Stevens. Misses the target. Picked up by German. German kicks the ball to Scholl, running away from Osborne. Left foot kick by Scholl towards centre-half forward. In front of the pack there is Carey. Carey kicks to an unguarded goal and has put it through. That's his 4th goal. Well, a quick turnover there, Stan, with a bad hand pass from Osborne, left the door open and cost Fitzroy that goal to North Melbourne. Fitzroy 17-14, North 17-12. More about that in a moment. Let's go to Waverley and David McKay.
Bombers got the first goal of the final term, and they trail now by 7 points after 1.5 minutes. Carlton 10-8-68, lead Essendon 9-7-61. Clelo.
We are the best part of 12 minutes into this last quarter, and it's still 11 points of difference. Richmond 11-8-74. Footscray 9-9-63. Skeeter.
We've been playing here to 11 minutes. It's Geelong by 24 points. 15-9-99. Sydney 11-9-75.
3 close games around the grounds. We'll be keeping you posted on LO and network stations. Fitzroy to attack. Steele in possession. Tackled, dispossessed. Elliott gets a 20-metre kick forward for the Lions, but Smith runs onto it for North. Pokes a defensive kick out towards the boundary line and half-back. Rock guarding it, keeping it safe, and taking it over for a throw-in. Yes, Fitzroy giving the ball away a minute or so ago. Osborne finessing with a hand pass to Stevens. It all came unstuck, and the Kangaroos kicked a goal. Carey's 4th. The margin back to 2 points. Throw in now. In Fitzroy's attacking half, but a long way from goal. Pack forming around the ball. Umpire Rich comes in and will ball it up about 70 metres from Fitzroy's goal as they go to the scoreboard end in this last quarter.
3 minutes in, the ball up, and they lock arms to 2 number 6s, Fairley and Ironmonger. In fact, it was Schwass, I think, who was claimed by Ironmonger, couldn't get a handball away, and there'll be a further ball up. Fitzroy 17-14, North Melbourne 17-12. We've got the late one and also the close one here on 3LO. Knocked down by Ironmonger. The ball taken by Blakey, kicks the ball in towards half forward, picked up by Steele, kicks up towards half back, and Osborne will want to redeem himself for that very poor hand pass which cost a goal a short time ago. Has marked about 55 metres out from goal. And going downwind, downhill, he could just about kick this. He tries to run around the man. He's grabbed. Will he get the hand pass? He does. Sideways to Blakey. Blakey brushes off a tackle. 40 metres out. Lines up for Fitzroy. He's offline and has put it through for a behind. Fitzroy by 3 points here at Princes Park. 17-15. North Melbourne 17-12, and playing for their footy survival in 91.
Smith has a look, considers a couple of options. Each time retraces his steps and now kicks long, almost down the middle. His target is Brayshaw, can't mark. At the fall, Cormack and Rock collide. Cormack the better of it. Hand pass to Blakey. A hand pass to Broderick. Sidesteps a couple. Hand pass to McCormick. 35 out, goes for home, and he misses. So the Lions wasting opportunities. 17-16, 118. North 17-12, 114. David, any change at Waverley?
Yes, Tim. The Dons have hit the front after only 4 minutes of play. They've kicked 3 goals in a row to lead by 6 points. Carlton 10-8-68, trailing Essendon 11-8-74.
The kick in by Ross Smith, and a bit of pushing and shoving in the pack. The ball knocked back towards Fitzroy's 50. Broderick gives the hand pass to Osborne. Osborne kicks across the goal. In fact, is it out on the full? It is. It went right across the face of goal from the scoreboard side to the other side, and there'll be a free kick to Steele of North Melbourne. Fitzroy by 4 points here at the Princes Park. The kick by Steele. It limps outside 50. Swass up, can't mark. Comes down to Rock. Rock a high kick in front of our broadcast position. Down towards Ramiro and Wind. And Wind takes the mark and plays on quickly. Kicks to Broderick. Broderick will hand pass to Roos. He'll give it back to Wind, who they're closing on him. Quick hand pass on to Elliott. Wind not hurt. Elliott kicks in towards centre half forward. And the mark is taken for Fitzroy. Is it by Stevens? It is. 45-degree angle, about 50 metres out from goal. Fitzroy by 4 points at Princes Park. It's been a fine day. It's been overcast, but very high cloud. Little sprinkling of a blue poking through. The ground chopped up, as it has been for a long while. Stevens, 48 metres out. Drop punts for goal. It's a long kick. It might just drop short a couple of metres. It has. And what's going to happen? A mark's being paid to Ironmonger. It's his birthday, Tim. He's kicked 5 goals before today, and 1 today so far.
Goal-scoring orgy by Big John Ironmonger.
He's on fire. And I don't think it's his birthday. And Big John...
That was August the 1st, the horse's birthday.
Was it? About 2 metres out from goal. So a vital kick. Fitzroy 4 points in front. And we'll be checking all the other venues because we've got a couple of tight ones at Waverley and at the MCG. And the Swans sticking reasonably close, although the Cats keeping the Swans at arm's length to a degree down at Kardinia Park. Ironmonger drop punts and has put it through. So Fitzroy lead by 10 points, and we've played a tick under 7 minutes in the final term. 18-16, 124 to North Melbourne, 17-12, 114. David McKay at Waverley.
Essendon by 6 points after 7 minutes. Essendon 11-8-74 lead Carlton 10-8-68. Clelo.
17 minutes in the last quarter, and Hogg has just kicked his fifth to make Richmond lead by 10 points. They are 12-8-80. The Footscray 10-10-70. Skeeter.
In playing 15 minutes, Geelong by 25 points. They are 15-10-100. Saints Sydney 11-9-75.
3 games hanging in the balance. Stanley, who do you fancy now?
I fancy Fitzroy because they've just dominated the last few minutes of this quarter, and that goal by Ironmonger. Gee, I love the way he's got down there today and taken those grabs, because they're not a big forward line. Done tremendously well, but they're just able to answer all of North's challenges.
Fitzroy by 10 points at the bounce. Ironmonger wins it out of the centre with a hand pass about 20 metres forward for Fitzroy. Chandler on hands and knees, knocks it to German. Short left foot kick to Schwass. Hand pass meant for Scholl. He has to chase as it slips away out towards the wing. He's got it now. He kicks to half forward. Longmire can't mark against Lynch's spoil. Lynch pins him at ground level. Rock has it. He's tackled by Baldwin. Baldwin on his knees was legged and gets a free kick for Fitzroy. Between the fullback and halfback lines, the Lions rallying strongly now. They've led virtually all day. Baldwin kicks out towards the wing. Front position North. I thought there might have been a free, not paid. Chandler buried at the foot of the pack. Ironmonger on top of him doesn't give you much chance. And umpire Rich comes into ball up just a shade North's attacking side of the southern wing.
There's the ball up. Up goes Ironmonger and wins with a hefty one. Knocked on by Kepler behind the pack. Lyon grabbed Fitzroy. No free kick, but he picks it up and gives the handball back towards Blakey. Blakey gets out of a Crocker tackle, loses possession, then gains it back again. Handball across to Lyon. Weighted numbers eventually sees him lose it to Scholl. Kicks up towards half forward. Underneath the pack, several players. Allison swoops on the ball. Free kick to North Melbourne. Advantage paid. Allison squares it to Ramiro, who's marked 35 metres out from goal. Fitzroy by 10 points, and Jose Ramiro, who has kicked 1 goal, 1. He's dead in front at centre half forward to the Robert Heatley stand end of Princes Park, about 35 metres out tops. Now Broderick is on the mark, Ironmonger's side of the mark, obviously giving Jose a bit of kicking advice after being a bit of a super boot himself today with a couple. Ramiro, 35 out, drop punch for goal and puts it right through the middle for his second. And we're back to 4 points here at Princes Park. Fitzroy 18-16, North Melbourne 18-12. All venues, David at Waverley.
Blues back in front by a point after 9.5 minutes. Carlton 11-9-75 lead Essendon 11-8-74. Blues by a point. Clelo.
20 minutes in this quarter, and the mighty Flea Waitman has put Richmond further ahead. They're 13-8, 86 to Footscray, 10-10, 70, Skeeter.
18 minutes into the final quarter, Geelong by 21 points. Geelong 15-12, 102. Sydney 12-9, 81.
Collingwood and Melbourne supporters hanging on a 1-point margin at Waverley and a 4-point-1 at Princes Park. North into attack through German. Out comes Longmire. Lynch in front of him, but Larkin steals it. Dummies the hand pass, then feeds it inside to Romero for his second to put them in front. His third of the day is second in a minute, and the Kangaroos lead the Lions by 2 points at Princes Park. 19-12, 126. Fitzroy 18-16, 124. Jack, have they been in front previously? He shakes his head and says no, crackers.
Well, they're just starting to run, and their midfield is starting to just get their legs. Romero's coming into it, Larkin's there, and so is German. And Fitzroy just probably starting to wear out a bit.
From the centre bounce after Ramiro's goal, Ironmonger an emphatic thump up towards centre half forward, but McKay is there for North Melbourne. Kicks the ball back up towards the half forward line for North. Off the packet comes, and Roos knocks the ball across towards the boundary, but McCarthy infringes on Roos, and Roos will get a free kick outside 50. He's defending. Fitzroy 18-16, North Melbourne 19-12. The Kangaroos by 2 points. This match on 3LO and network stations. Kicked by Roos up towards the wing on our broadcast side. We've lost sight of the ball, and we see the boundary umpire's hand go up and the whistle go for a boundary throw in. North 126, Fitzroy 124. A couple of tight ones, particularly at Waverley. We'll check those scores every 2 or 3 minutes in the final term. Boundary throw in, or Ironmonger again, but stolen by German. German's kick up towards the half forward line. There's no one there for North. It bounces just prior to the line, and there'll be a boundary throw in. Waverley only, David McKay.
Still the Blues by a point after 12 minutes. Carlton 11-9, 75, leading Essendon 11-8, 74.
12 minutes in here at Princes Park. Kangaroos by 2 points. You've got the close one, Swan. Off the pack, Rock. Chips it up towards the leading Longmire. Lynch attacks the ball bravely, soccers at it, and clears it out to Blakey. Oh, who flicks it and throws it, says umpire Rich, and it's a North Melbourne free kick to Longmire as Blakey tried to back tunnel it. Got the hand underneath it, lifted it up off the floor, and the result was apparent to all. Longmire now out at the 50. In fact, will kick from just inside it. He's kicked 1 goal, 3 so far today. Hasn't had many opportunities, and when he has, hasn't kicked truly. Very difficult shot this. Couldn't be much tougher, and he's not able to kick a goal. He kicks a behind, missing near side. North by 3 points, 19-13. Fitzroy 18-16. Swan, any change?
No, still a 1 point lead with the Blues attacking. Blues by 1 point at the 13-minute mark. Carlton 11-9, 75. Essendon 11-8, 74.
Kick in by Lynch, marked by Baldwin on, and Baldwin kicks the ball around that southern wing. We'll check the other scores in a moment. Broderick a little nudge with the boot, kicks the ball up towards half forward line. Stevens is there, good pick up in the mud on the practice pitch area. Hand pass meant for another player. Fitzroy played, but it didn't find its mark. Crocker grabbed without the ball by Stevens, and it's over for a boundary throw in with North Melbourne leading by 3 points. Clelo and Skeet.
Well, Richmond have got this one at the 23.5-minute mark. They lead by 24 points. They're 14-10 to 10-10. Skeeter.
They've been playing 20 minutes. It's Geelong by 15 points. The Swans are not dead. Geelong.
Okay. Yeah, go and score.
Geelong 15-12, 102. Sydney 13-9, 87.
Kick by German up towards the wing. Picked up by Ellison. Kicks up towards that Hawthorn or Fitzroy dugout. About 60 out from North Melbourne's goal. And there'll be a boundary throw in. North Melbourne 19-13, 127. Fitzroy 18-16, 124. The boundary throw in. Ironmonger takes the ball out of the air. Claimed by McCarthy. But Ironmonger quick of hand. Gives the handball to Baldwin. Runs with the ball. Touches the ball on the ground. Kicks the ball up towards centre half forward. And nearly a mark there to McCormack. Kick off the ground by Elliott. Elliott knocks the ball down towards half forward. Martin comes out. Bad hand pass. Intercepted by Lyon. Hand pass further down the field to Wheeldon. He turned back towards McCormack. Handball to Osborne. Osborne goes long towards goal. And has he kicked it?
He has.
He has. He's put it through. Fitzroy back in front by 3 points. 19-16-130. North Melbourne 19-13-127 stand.
Yes, well, a terrific bit of play by Jason Baldwin coming out of the back line. He ran, he had his full measure of distance. He wasn't prepared to give the ball off until his teammates were in the right position. He touched the ball on the ground, and a great bit of play. And they just got numbers to the ball, and that's a real boost for their confidence, because quite often if you get headed in a situation like this, you could fall apart. Showing a fair bit of character at the moment, the Lions, to come back.
A little bit of luck too, as Martin copped a high tackle from Elliott. It really should have been paid the North fullback's way. From the ball up, a pack around the ball, and another ball up from umpire Van Beek. 7 or 8 metres North's attacking side of the centre circle. The Roys 130, the Roos 127. Fitzroy in front by 3 points. Crucial game for North at Princes Park. Fairley gets the knock. McCarthy fists it on. Allison, who's kicked 5, can go for number 6. He kicks, he misses. Oh, he sprayed it off the outside of the boot, and he has missed 2 sitters. He really should have 7, and that was a gift. Fitzroy 19-16-130, North 19-14-128.
But we haven't got the close one. David McKay, point the difference at Waverley.
That's true, Peter. A point the difference, 16 minutes down, the last quarter.
OK, so it's Carlton a point in front. Kick in by Lynch, outside 50. The ball comes down to Roos, knocked out towards Larkin. And Elliott grabbed by Larkin, but there's no free kick in front of the Gardner stand for a boundary throw in. So Carlton by a point at Waverley, and the Tigers have the game pretty much wrapped up at the MCG. The last report we had, they're about 4 goals in front, and the last report from Kardinia Park, as the ball goes out of bounds here again at Princes Park via Larkin, was that Geelong led by 15 points. We are 16.5 minutes in the final term. Crucial
John's back in front by 5 points.
A goal to Essendon by 5 points at Waverley. From the boundary throw in, Broderick is there, just knocks the ball out to Roos on half-back flank. Roos now kicks up towards half-forward. The ball punched away by Smith from McCormack, and it beats the players over in front of our broadcast position for a boundary throw in. We better get a score, David.
16.5 minutes gone. Essendon 13-8-86, lead Carlton 12-9-81.
Clelo, quick one. Clelo.
Richmond by 21 at the 27-minute mark. Skeeter.
Been playing 25 minutes. It's Geelong by 16 points.
And the ball on the wing here at Princes Park. It's been kicked very high in the air and up and down on the one spot. German has it for North. His kick smothered over the boundary line. Throw in on the wing. Fitzroy 19-16-130. North 19-14-128. We've got the close one. Out at Waverley, Essendon by 5. Fairley puts North into attack from the throw-in after taking it out of the air. Larkin does well, runs onto it, goes towards Longmire. Great spoil, Lynch. Longmire retrieves. He's got it. He hand passes for McCarthy very wide from the boundary line. Kicks it towards the square, but it's fisted through by Paxman. And the margin now is 1 point. We've definitely got the close one. Fitzroy 19-16-130. North 19-15-129. David, any change?
Yes, Don's now lead by only 4 points. 17.5 minutes gone in the final term.
OK, back here at Princes Park. Lynch in front of the Robert Heatley stand to put the ball back into play. Drop punts up towards the centre. And the North Melbourne player looking for a free kick for a push. He might get it against Kapler. And that player is McCarthy on the attacking side of the centre. Roos dropping back for a little bit of a wall there at centre half back, and the kick by McCarthy, not a good one. It beats a couple of players, goes to Longmire. He's grabbed by Elliott. The ball 20 metres out from North Melbourne's goal. Rock is there, and there'll be a ball up. 25 out directly in front. A point the difference. Fitzroy 19-16, North Melbourne 19-15. North and Essendon about 25 kilometres apart, playing for their finalist existence. There's the ball up. No one can mark. Carey comes to it, grabbed, trying to get his boot to it. He does the second time and kicks it behind.
Level.
Scores are level. 19-16 apiece. David McKay at Waverley.
Still a 4-point lead to Essendon at the 19-minute mark, with David Glascott shooting for goal for the Blues.
We'll be back to check on that. Lynch putting the ball back into play here with scores level at Princes Park, and Blakey takes the mark. Still inside the defensive 50. Fitzroy under siege at the moment as North Melbourne desperately seeking the 4 premiership points. Blakey passes to Roos, who takes the mark. Between the half-back flank and wing on the southern side, they've got the loose man. He pokes it to Baldwin, who's forward of the wing now as he plays on. Kicks into half-forward. Ironmonger got the big hands around the ball, and the horse came down with it. And he's 50 metres out, and I wonder if he can kick the ball that far. David, did Glasgow kick a goal?
No, only a point, and so it's a 3-point lead to Essendon at the 20-minute mark.
Now Ironmonger, who's kicked 2. 40% as many as he'd kicked in his career up until today. I don't reckon he can get the distance from 50. The drop punt kick is just about there. Oh. He's done it! Unbelievable! Big John Ironmonger is the hero. What a stalwart he's been for Fitzroy today as he charges back into the centre. The Lions are a goal in front. 2016-136. North 1916-130. All grounds, David McKay.
3-point lead to Essendon at the 20-minute mark. Essendon 13-8-86. Lead Carlton 12-11-83. Clelo.
Richmond have won. Richmond 14-11-95. Footscray 11-12-78.
Skeet.
They're playing 27 minutes. It's Geelong by 27 points. 17-13-115. Sydney 13-9-87.
Back here at Princess Park. Ironmonger after the goal gets the emphatic knock up towards centre half forward. Picked up by Brayshaw. Kicks North Melbourne out of defence up towards their half forward line. Wind is there. Tries to dribble the ball close to the boundary line, and I guess he succeeded for a while as the ball went out of our view with the overhang here for a boundary throw-in. Fitzroy by a goal, 2016-1916, boundary throw-in. Ironmonger taps it down but straight to Schwass. Schwass's kick is smothered. It comes to German. German kicks into the body of Cormac. The ball picked up by Dundas. Hand pass, not a good one. McKay strikes off a tackle, breaks clear, kicks up towards centre half forward. Kerry running the wrong way. Allison the crumbs, 35 metres out, kicks it towards goal and has missed, and it's through for a behind. Kick by Allison. His first 5 scoring shots were goals. His remaining 3 have been behinds, and Fitzroy lead by 5 points. So it's all set up for North if they're good enough to kick a goal and win by a point. Fitzroy 2016, North Melbourne 1917.
Lynch, a magnificent pass back into play to Blakey, who has a bounce, storms to the centre, kicks long to Lyon, who can't quite mark. Osborne at the fall, gets his kick out towards the pocket. Wheeldon and Martin. Wheeldon goes to ground. Martin still on his feet, collects the ball at the boundary line, gets around the oncoming Wheeldon, touches down, but he'd taken the ball out. The boundary umpire from a long way away has called it out of bounds. A bit like that moment here last year when it got away from the boundary umpire.
The goal umpire gave him decision, Tim. I looked back and saw the goal umpire actually help him out.
Well done. Good teamwork by the umpires and the commentators. At the throw-in, Ironmonger takes it out of the air, snaps it, goal with the left boot, and it bounces through for his 4th. The big fellas always have to do it in the finish. You would not believe this. He had kicked 5 in his career. How many games was it, Smooth? We checked it earlier. He kicked 5 in 87 games, and today he's kicked 4, and he's put Fitzroy 11 points in front. 21-16-142. North 19-17-131. We're at the 23-minute mark. David McKay, very quickly.
Still a cliffhanger, 2-point lead to Essendon at the 22.5-minute mark. Essendon 13-8-86, lead Carlton 12-12-84.
From the centre bounce, Ironmonger got the tap. Larkin gave it to Rock, who kicks up towards centre half forward. Wind is there, drops the ball, picks it up, then kicks the ball. Good time erosion out towards the half-back flank. A chance there for McKay. Overruns the ball. Elliott sockers the ball off the ground. It goes to Rock. Rock is there. Handball over the top of Elliott. Straight to McKay. 60 metres out and finds McCarthy. 45 metres out in front of the Carlton Social Club. He's about 12 metres in from the boundary, although as I talk, the umpire just bringing him around to about 10 metres in. It is certainly kickable.
Geelong have won by 27 points.
Thanks, Skeet. We'll get the elongated scores from you after this kick by McCarthy. He should score something from 45 metres. No, he won't score anything. He's pushed it to the left, and it's been fisted through by the Fitzroy defence for a behind to North Melbourne. Score check. North 19-18-132. Fitzroy 21-16-142. Roy's by 10 points. Final score, Skeet.
Geelong 17-13-115 defeated Sydney Swans 13-10-88.
Short kick back into play. It gets away from Roos. It's picked up by Germany. Snaps it goal, and it's through for a behind. It should have been marked by Paxman. Both teams making mistakes under pressure. A behind to North. They're 19-19-133. Fitzroy 21-16, 142. David, who's winning and by how much?
Still the Blues, still Essendon by 2 points at the 24-minute mark. Ball on Essendon's half-forward line.
From the kick in by Lynch, the ball ends up with McKay. Handball to Ramiro. 45 metres out. Make it 40. Drop punch in towards goal. It won't be a goal, and it's been punched through by Roos defensively to give away another behind. Now let's check the scoreboard. It's Fitzroy 142, North Melbourne 134. Fitzroy by 8 points, 21-16 to 19 goals 20.
7 goals kicked in the quarter. We are in time on right now. We've just entered time on. The quarter, I'd imagine, will go 29 or 30 minutes. Ball back in play. North's half-forward flank. Fighting for it. Martin up in the attacking half. And he's got it as he grits the teeth. Feeds a hand pass to another defender, Brayshaw, who crosses the 50. Goes towards goal. It is touched through for another behind. And North might close the gap on behinds. 19-21, 135. Fitzroy 21-16, 142. 7-point margin, half a minute into time on. Swan the score and the time at Waverley.
Bombers lead by 3 points as we move into time on. Essendon 13-9, 87. Lead Carlton 12-12, 84.
Now the kick in by Paxman. Where's he going to go? Straight up the middle, virtually, looking for Ironmonger. Martin will come from behind. Ironmonger one grab, went back for the second, couldn't get it. German tackled high, no free kick, picked up by Larkin. Hand passes on towards Chandler. An up and under kick, but it will be marked, I'd say. No, it's not marked. The ball comes down towards Martin again, who's playing up in the forward part of the ground at the moment. Martin always tackled, gets a quick hand pass to Larkin. Larkin 75 metres out, kicks in towards Longmire. One grab, the second, he's got it. 45 metres out from goal, John Longmire. As Fitzroy lead by 7 points. He has kicked 1 goal for, and this to make it a point the difference. But Fitzroy will still have the advantage into time on by 90 seconds. Longmire drop punch for goal and has put it through. It's a goal, he's second. A point the difference at Princes Park. Into time on, 26 minutes and 40 seconds. Score check. Fitzroy 21-16, 142. North Melbourne 20-21, 141. David McKay.
Still the Bombers by 3 points at the 26-minute mark. Ball on Essendon's half-forward line.
And repeating that Richmond have beaten Footscray at the MCG and Geelong have beaten the Swans at Kardinia Park. A kick in it at 2 venues, both which could shake the lineup of the 6. At the bounce, a thrilling round 22. Ironmonger down to Broderick. He's lost in a sandwich of players. And umpire Van Beek comes in and will ball up almost in the centre still. 27.25 minutes gone. About 2.5 to go at Princes Park. Van Beek bounces the ball. Good high bounce. Ironmonger gets the knock. Broderick can't collect it. Ironmonger gets it out. Loses it. Picked up by Romero. Puts North into attack. Carey getting under it. Roos makes the spoil. Brings it down to Cormac. Hand pass to Harding, who gets a hand pass to no one. Roos in there for Fitzroy. He's got about 3 against him. Schwass gets the ball. He gets tackled. And the umpire comes in to ball it up. And it's back where it started in the centre circle. Fitzroy by a point. Almost 28 minutes gone.
And Essendon by 4 points at VFL Park. Ironmonger takes the ball out of the pack. Doesn't kick it very far. It's still in the centre of Princes Park. Picked up by Lyon of Fitzroy. Delays a hand pass out towards Broderick. Crocker over his back. The ball knocked out to Elliott. Elliott's hand pass to Stevens. 50 metres out. Hand passes to Osborne. Oh, he's grabbed from behind. Good tackle by Fairley. Loose ball goes to Larkin. The gate was wide open. Larkin's hand pass to Chandler. Kicks North up towards centre half forward. Roos punches the ball away. A chance here for German. 40 metres out. He's kicked the goal into time on and put North in front. North by 5 points. 28.5 minutes in the quarter. The goal kicked by Peter German. Stand.
I'm just trying to think of who was the player who laid the tackle on down there. It was worth his weight in gold. Who got Osborne was about to kick.
Osborne was too slow too.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing. I mean
I called
great
Fairley.
play by German.
I thought it was Fairley, but I couldn't.
Yeah, but whoever it was, it's worth its weight in gold. I mean, that won't. Germans kick the goal, magnificent. But if you want to look back, and if North get out of jail today, they'll remember. I'm sure Schimmelbusch will know who laid the tackle on.
I think it was Larkin.
Only about a minute to go. We've gone 29. Van Beek bounces the ball. It favours Fitzroy. Martin tries to take it out of the air. Ironmonger in to make sure he can't. A rugby scrum after it. There'll be another ball up. David, any change at Waverley?
Essendon still lead by 4 points after a terrible error by Glasgow. Essendon are holding possession, 29 minutes gone.
We've gone 29-20 here. Martin and Ironmonger. Neither gets a clear knock. Schwass runs onto it. He can kick long. He does. Up to full forward. Lynch in good shape against Longmire. It falls to the front of the pack. Chance for German, close to the boundary line for North Melbourne, nowhere to go. He takes it over the line, and North perhaps safe now. We're almost at the 30-minute mark. In front for only the second time all day. They lead by 5 points.
Boundary throw in just 20 metres out from North Melbourne's goal. Baldwin's got the front position. He goes to ground. In comes Cutler with a sideways bump. The ball comes out of the pack. Longmire grabbed, and a free kick will go to Fitzroy. But they're a long way from home. They're in their back pocket.
Essendon have won by 4 points.
The Bombers have won by 4 points. Now the hand pass to Paxman, or is it Lynch? It's Lynch running the ball from half-back. Kicks up towards the centre of the ground. Fitzroy still a chance. It was Lynch because
Essendon have won by 4 points.
The Bombers have won by 4 points. Now the hand pass to Paxman, or is it Lynch? It's Lynch running the ball from half-back. Kicks up towards the centre of the ground. Fitzroy still a chance. It was Lynch because Paxman's marked the ball. High kick in towards centre half forward. They want someone to take a specky. Lyon went up but couldn't mark the ball. Plenty of North Melbourne defenders. The ball just edges inside 50 for Fitzroy as the field umpire comes in and will call for a bounce.
30.5 minutes.
North Melbourne by 5 points. There's the ball up, Ironmonger, but the ball comes through to Lyon and also Cormac, who's claimed a ball up on 50. So the winners today have been Essendon, Richmond and also Geelong. Will get the full-time score from Waverley shortly. Ironmonger takes the ball out of the air. He's kicked 4. Martin emerges, holds onto the ball, flicks it out towards Larkin. Larkin picks it up, kicks the ball up towards the wing. Kapler in front of German, picked up there by Broderick. Handball back towards Stevens. Stevens a hand pass to Broderick, 70 out, sideways hand pass to Wind. Wide now, in towards centre half forward to Lyon, unmarked, 40 metres out from goal. The siren may go, and he may have to kick this under enormous pressure.
31.25 minutes gone.
North by 5 points. And Ross Lyon will kick from 40 metres out directly in front. Little or no breeze to contend with. Fitzroy, can they win by a point? Lyon keeps it low and straight, and he's put it through. A goal to Fitzroy. They're back in front by a point. And surely time will run out. That's Lyon's first goal. Score check. Fitzroy 22-16, 148. To North Melbourne 21-21, 147. David, quickly the final score.
Final score, Essendon 13-10-88, defeating Carlton 12-12-84.
Well, what a fantastic climax to this day of football, with Fitzroy back in front by 1 point. 32 minutes gone at Princes Park. The siren surely can only be a second or two away as the umpire bounces the ball. Martin in ruck for North, takes it out of the air, but he's tackled by 2 ferocious Lions. Picked up by Ironmonger. Kick goes nowhere. Dundas in there for Fitzroy. Huge pack after the ball, and there'll be another ball up 20 metres forward of the centre for the Lions. The wrong direction for North, and there it is. The Kangaroos have been beaten at Princes Park, and Fitzroy have prized the door open for Collingwood and Melbourne. With a 1 point win over the Roos, Fitzroy 22-16, 148, have beaten North 21-21, 147.